Hey, this is Will Carroll from Death Angel, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold Radio. Oh, that was awful.
What we've got here is
maximum voltage, maximum power, maximum carnage. This is Maximum Threshold. Call the show at
440-709-4977.
Maximum Threshold. And here's your hosts, Dom.
He's unstable, or possibly worse.
He's actually quite smart. He just makes errors of judgment along the way.
Testing one.
Worthless. There you go, man. Hey, that's the way you start off the show. Yep. Yep. Some brand new Ringworm. Death Becomes My Voice. Brand new, man. Today it comes out. Hope you guys get a hold of this. It's relentless, man. I was talking the Human Furnace not too long ago. I was listening to it at work. I'm like, man, I feel like I want to break shit while I'm here. So I got to turn this off. It does. Makes you just want to break shit. Man. Whew. Some really good stuff. Let's see. Yeah, man, I'm really, really excited for those guys. You know, they're a Cleveland band. And I had the opportunity a few years ago. Got to open up for them when I was in my old band, Cardona. And, man, you talk about a band not fitting in. Cardona was like, oh, it was sort of like the Voltan experience. but not as heavy. And we played with Danny Diablo. This was a really like hardcore show. And let's just say that when we were playing, there were people in the audience that were standing in the front. They were doing those karate kung fu kicks and shit, doing fucking somersaults and backflip kicks and all that while we were playing, man, and that was cool. I wanted to jump down there and try it, but I would have fucked myself all up. So needless to say, I kept it together and put on the best damn show that I could do. Let's see here. See, I got some. Here, I'll read you what I got the press release on the new Ringworm. It says Cleveland Metallic Hardcore Legends Ringworm. So they talk about their stream that they have of one of the songs, Death Becomes My Voice. Let's see. Record release weekend begins this Friday in Mansfield, Ohio, including stops in Detroit and Cleveland. Tickets are on sale now. Ringworm's 8th studio album, Death Becomes My Voice, is due out May 3rd. That was yesterday. Fuck. I'm off a day. So it came out yesterday, man. If you didn't get it yesterday, get it today. Physical packages are available for pre-order via relapse.com. Once again, that's relapse.com. You can get that. Or digital downloads are also available as well. I'll put the links up and all that. I'm going to do a big thing for them. So looking forward to that. Yeah, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Let's see, tonight they're playing in Detroit at the Sanctuary. And tomorrow they're back home here at Cleveland. They're playing the Fantasy. Man, that's a little place, man. But I've seen so many good acts there. I've seen like Anthrax there. You know, I played there quite a few times. But yeah, I've seen so many bands, Raven, and it just goes on and on and on how many people played for that venue. And the place they sold it off, the people that had it previously. And now I guess they're trying to revitalize the place, I think, or something. I don't know what they're doing with the building. The building is huge, and they happen to be an upstairs place. And the thing that really sticks in your mind when you go to this venue, the Fantasy Theater, is they have a fucking pirate ship where the soundboard is, so it looks pretty cool in the back of on the floor. So yeah, never get a chance and you're in Cleveland or Lakewood, Ohio, and there's a band, one of your bands are playing there, check it out. If the steps will kill you, man, getting up there, man, but it's worth it. They had cool little bars, some nice tables and stuff, and cool wooden floors, and blah, 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 and the sound sounds really good. So that's what we got going on there, on that part. So, let's see. Tonight, I'm about to break loose with the mighty Jason Bittner from Overkill. He's going to be, he's been on the road here with Overkill for a while. You know, they got the latest releases out, and it's just fucking batshit crazy, man. It's so good. Wow. Love this record, man. And in the past, I really wasn't that big of an Overkill fan, but I kind of grew back into it. I don't know, it was just something about it that I just didn't throw myself all into it like I should have. But like I said, gradually over the years, I did get sucked into them. I'd been following them for blah, blah, blah years, you know. But buddy Jason's in the band, so you gotta like him, man. Jason's a good dude. Always treated us good, and even when he was in Shadows Fall, you know, man, we touch on a bunch of stuff in this interview. The interview is probably, I don't know, 40 minutes, 45 minutes or something like that. I had to edit some stuff out at the end. You'll hear it, and just something won't make sense. That's because I had to cut it out. Because some things usually for the most part, 98% of the time, I'll always keep everything in there unless they say, you know, this ain't right. You gotta, can you get this out because it's gonna mess somebody up, you know. So you know, I do that, and I did it, and I took it out. it was a joint effort. It was myself, Michael's in it. Michael does most of the interview with this one. I let him run with it because you people don't get a chance to really hear him a lot. Speaking of that, he's at M3 tonight and today, this whole weekend. And I know he caught up with Tora, so we got an interview with them. So maybe next week we'll be blaring that. So I was back with the Jason Bittner interview. So it was myself, Michael, Five Hole, and Jeff from In the Pit Radio. So we did a joint interview. We saved Jason a bit of time, so he didn't have to do two separate interviews. So we knocked them both out at once. Why not? We're all family. So you'll love it, man. Stick around because I'm going to play it in a little bit. There was a few things I wanted to do. There was some music that was sent to us that I want to play for you guys. And there's some other cool shows coming. Whitesnake is on the road. And also, you have Hatebreed. I'm seeing these guys like next week or some shit. Hatebreed with Obituary. The Mighty Prong is going to be on there. I'm looking forward to that. I got to see old Tommy and James. I haven't seen Jamie in a while. So hopefully I get a chance to run into him there. We all go back a long time with these guys, and just to see them still going out at it, it's really great. It's enough of me talking shit. Here we go. Let's get back in mode here. I gotta push some of this music that was sent our way. I got this band here called Dead Earth, and they just sent this to me, and I'm like, man, I'll play it. I mean, I started to listen to them, like, yeah, that'll fit in. Yeah, that's not that bad, they got a cool name, and it sounded like it could have been like a parody kind of thing. But man, here you go, man. I got some Dead Earth for you. I hope you guys enjoy this. Let's find out what song this is. This song here is Death Ride. So this is Dead Earth. Check them out on Facebook or wherever they're at out there, and shoot them a message. Tell them you heard them here on Maximum Threshold Radio, and they tell them, hey, they play Death Ride. Maximum Threshold. Exclusive. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. I might as well do this. Okay, we're going to get right into this and come right back. Don't go nowhere, anybody.
We interrupt this bullshit commercial to bring you more pure rock.
Let me tell you a story about a friend of mine. We were outlaws, oh yeah. We were brothers in crime. Rolling down 666, looking for a fight. I knew that day would come when one of us had to die. Had an old shovel head with a lot of fire inside. Rolled up on a piggy one day and the bullets started to fly. One way on a death ride, but inside to die. One way on a death ride, Satan side to side. One way on a death ride, throttle to the other side. One way on a death ride, throttle to the other side. Our story gets a little deeper as the souls are sinking deeper. So they sold their souls to the devil and the mighty Grim Reaper. I knew the end was coming as I felt these fatal shots. I wish I could keep running, but I know our time must stop. 'Cause when you're living in a fast lane, Satan knows your name. 'Cause when you're living in a fast lane, Satan knows your fucking name. One way on a death ride, but inside to die. One way on a death ride, Satan side to side. One way on a death ride, throttle to the other side.
There you go, man. That's some Dead Earth with Death Ride. Brand new exclusive here on Maximum Threshold Radio. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. There you go. That was Dead Earth. I think I just said that with Death Ride. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. What a great and glorious show for you tonight. I had the opportunity to start the show off with some Ringworm, brand new stuff. And then we jumped right into Dead Earth. And I got this other band, Seasons of the Wolf. I'll knock that out in a minute here. Then we're going to come back and do this Jason Bittner interview that we did. And it's, if you haven't heard of it, which you probably haven't, it's pretty cool, man. We cover a lot of stuff, and the recording came out really good. My handheld record in stereo. So you guys get to hear it in stereo. If you got headphones on, it'll be a little treat for you guys. So let me hear. What's this?
Hey, what's up? This is Jason Bittner from Overkill, and you are on Mexican Threshold Radio. Oh, wait, no, wrong thing. Maximum Threshold Radio with my buddy Dom and my favorite tranny lover, Mike.
Michael.
There you go. Okay, man. Next up, I have this band, Seasons of the Wolf. I just got this, man. Scully sent this over to me, and I'm gonna play it for you. I got some other music too. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit it in, man. I was listening to it. I don't know how it's gonna go over to you guys. I may play it as a background track while I'm talking or something after this. But yeah, I try not to not play, what people send me. So we keep it cool like that because we're down like that. I think this song here is called Drifter. This is by Seasons of the Wolf. Check them out on Facebook and wherever you can find them at. Let them know that you heard them here on Maximum Threshold. This band is in like high rotation over at KNAC. So we figured we'd take a chance on them and throw them on, spin them a few times over here and see what you guys think. And if you guys are digging them, we'll keep them in the rotation here for a while. But yes, thanks again for tuning in tonight to Maximum Threshold Radio. Show we love you like your sister.
guys, this is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News, and this is your Maximum Threshold Rock and Metal News Report. The band Firespawn, featuring members from Entombed AD and more, released the second single off their new upcoming album. The song is called The Hunter. The new album is titled Abominate, and you can check it out on YouTube now. The album is out on June the 7th through Century Media. And Amon Amarth, they have released their new and 11th album. It's titled Berserker, out now through Metal Blade Records. They also released a track-by-track video series as they talk about each song on the album, and you can check that out. And Upon a Burning Body, they are set to release a new album titled Southern Hostility. It's going to be out on June the 7th through Seek and Strike. They have released the first single from the album. The song is called King of Diamonds, and they put out a video for it on YouTube. And Crowbar frontman Kurt Weinstein, he is working on his new solo album. He's at OCD Recording and Productions. No release date yet, but stay tuned for any updates. And continuing with your MaximumThreshold.net rock and metal news, Stone Temple Pilots and Rival Sons are set to head out on a co-headlining tour together. You can check out the band's official websites for the tour dates. And finally, Lamb of God, they have released their 15th anniversary edition of their their album Ashes of the Wake. It's out also as a 2 LP set. It has a bonus B-side of Another Nail for Your Coffin and some demos of Laid to Rest, Remorse for the Dead, and more. They released a lyric video for Another Nail for Your Coffin, and that's on YouTube now, so you can check it out. This is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News with a Z, and this has been your Maximum Threshold Rock and Metal News Report. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, Ron. Yes. Yes. I thank everybody for tuning in to Maximum Threshold Radio. Thank you for tuning in to Maximum Threshold Radio. Yeah, I want to thank everybody who's been sharing my post online as well on Facebook. I had over 133 shares about tonight's show, so it's blowing up. That's really cool. Let's see. There was something else I wanted to play, and I get like 15 things going through my head. Oh, here you go. I got to play this. Got to take care of my friend Marzi. We got to play some more of this Heaviest Texas. We're going to play this, then we're going to come back, and then we're going to jump right into the interview with Jason Bittner. So you guys, we're still building up, man. I'm looking at how many people are listening, and damn, it's cracking a lot. That's all I got to say. So Curtis is really out there pushing his load out there to everybody. So we appreciate that. And looks like we just lost him. I look at the numbers I watched when he dropped. I knew it was him. He'll be back. They all come back. I'll float down here. Okay, here we go. This is Heaviest Texas with a reality check here on Maximum Threshold, man. If you ain't got this new record by Heaviest Texas, you need to get your ass to their website at heaviesttexas.com and get the record. It's free. They're giving it away out there. And what's better than getting something free other than it's really good and it's free? So it's a win-win situation. So here you go, Heaviest Texas with reality check here on Maximum Threshold Radio.
Broken and empty, alone in the corner.
It's a little too real when it all comes.
believe it when you're broken and empty alone in a corner. With blinders on. Once again, you're far from it. Once again. I'm saying now you're far from it. Once again. God damn it, now you're far from it. Once again. I'm saying now you're far from it. Once again, no bullshit, you're far from it. Far from it once again. Survive through it all. Once again and for all. And I try to remember of all the painful.
You can now hear the Maximum Threshold radio show on Stitcher Radio. Stitcher allows you to listen to your favorite shows directly from your iPhone, Android phone, BlackBerry, and Palm Pre, on demand and on the go. Don't have Stitcher? Download it for free today at Stitcher.com. Once again, you can hear Maximum Threshold radio show on Stitcher.com.
You want to listen to Maximum Threshold Radio on your phone? You can do so. The app is out there, baby. Tune In Radio. Go to your little market there and download Tune In Radio. Just type that in the search, Tune In Radio. Once you download that app, click it, activate it, blah, blah, blah. Search Maximum Threshold. That's, once again, that's Tune In Radio. You can also catch the podcast on there also. It's real nice. Check it out. Tune In Radio for Maximum Threshold Radio live.
This is the Hellion, and you are listening to Maximum Threshold on the net, where Dom just sacrificed a live goat in the name of metal!
Now back to Maximum Threshold Radio. Yeah, people, getting ready to bust out this interview with Jason Bittner.
This song is one of my songs in the background. That's Broomhilda. Yeah, I'm working on that one. It may or may not make it with a Voltan kind of thing, but something, man. I think it's got a cool little dan. I dig it. It's in my wheelhouse. Let's see. So yeah, up next we got Jason Bittner interview. You guys will dig this, man. It's a fun little interview. Covers so much ground on this one, and it's a lot of fun. And trust me, it's not going to be one of you be bored. I can tell you that. You'll probably have you chuckling throughout it. So here we go. Without further ado, let me get right here and take it away, guys.
Three.
Go.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. Hey. We got the whole crew from Maximum Threshold and in the pit here with drummer extraordinaire Jason Bittner.
That's right. Of the mighty Overkill.
Before this devolves, I don't know if you realize how big...
Before this unravels, you mean?
Yeah. It already has.
It has. We've had to calm down. I don't know if you realize how big Overkill is in Cleveland.
I do realize how big Overkill is.
Very popular.
I've been an Overkill fan since 1985. I have every record. I have all the live records, which most of them were recorded right here. Yes. Very, very well aware of what Cleveland brings.
Can we start this over so I can introduce you as Sticks? Like Bobby said in the interview.
Whatever you want to do, but Sticks is not my nickname anymore. My nickname is the Hitman now. He had re-nicknamed me somewhere in Europe after that. Sticks is what he used to call me when I was a kid. I mean, he did. I mean, literally because he didn't know my name, but he knew me because every time I'd be at Winners with Tim, he'd say, "Hey, Sticks, what's up?"
Is it true that you used to bring your sticks to Overkill show and like wait there? And
I would sit there with Tim.
If Tim can't fucking go tonight, I'm
ready. I wait every day. Every time I went to a sound check, I'm like, "Can I play a song? Can I play a song? Can I play a song? Come on, let me play a song. Let me play a song."
And who says dreams can't come true?
That's right.
A lot of my dreams have come true. I mean, fuck it. Like, literally, if you told me when I was 16, 17 years old that I would play drums in Anthrax, Flotsam and Jetsam, and Overkill, I'm like, really? Like, years later down the road, fucking awesome.
You just mentioned 3 classic bands, Jason. Yeah. Why is it, do you think, not that there's a resurgence in thrash coming up now with, like, the new wave and the new school? Why do you think...
I have 2 new nicknames, too, not to interrupt you.
No.
We'll get back to that later. Go ahead.
What do you think it is with the obsession with, like, the crowd, I mean, just showing up and showing out for all these old school bands that are coming back to the forefront in thrash?
I think it's fucking awesome, to be honest with you. And you know what I really think it is, truthfully? How old are you?
42.
42. How old are you?
40.
46.
Really?
And a half.
You're younger than that.
This is my hairline's old.
51.
All right, so we're all. I'll be 50 next year. So we're all in that same category of age. What I think it is you all remember in the mid '90s when everybody figured out, it's not cool to listen to metal or go to metal shows anymore or whatever, and now music's changing, and it went to fucking whatever it went to. And then I know from personal experience, I know a lot of people back home who are like, oh, well, I just don't listen to that kind of music anymore. What the fuck kind of sense does that make? I don't listen to that kind of music anymore. So what do you listen to now? Like jazz or something, or a new wave? I mean, it doesn't... It dumbfounds me when someone can say, this was my favorite band when I was 18, 19, 20, into my 20s, but then when I turned 30 and I got married, I have to get old and stop going to shows. I think that people's lives stalled in their 30s, and then they got into marriage, kids, family, all that shit, and got bound down by life. That later on, when you get in your 40s and you're older, and your kids are a little older, so you don't have to be home with them, and you start going, shit, what can I do to make myself feel like I'm fucking 30 years younger again? You go to a fucking metal show. And I really think that's a lot of what's happening. And you're also seeing people who are bringing their kids to the shows too. But I think it's great. I mean, in reality, I really hope that we can get this to a level that maybe somewhere down the road we do like the next 4 kind of tour.
Right
Which you know,
I would personally, I would say Overkill and Death Angel and Testament would have to be in that next 4.
How you gonna leave Exodus?
And I was going to say it would either be Exodus or Flotsam and Jetsam would have to be the next 4. But like you said,
I think what it should be Texas. It should be Texas
because someone's texting them.
Testament, Exodus, us, and then let Death Angel and Flotsam get in a cage match and fight it out.
Well,
I already know who's going to win that one.
I would have to go with...
No offense, Death Angel guys.
I don't know.
The Flotsam guys are bigger, and they don't take any shit.
It's kind of like a barbarian, like a Viking when he's got that beard going, and, you know, I don't know, the bass player's pretty skinny, though, so, and now that... In Death Angel. What's his name? Damien? And now that they got
in good shape though. Yeah. So you got to watch out for guys like that.
Now that they got a couple Caucasians in the band, they might not be as tough. So like
there's a cred.
The last time we talked to Will, we asked him is your secret plan to replace everybody in Death Angel with white dudes is coming to fruition now, but I think they figured it out and it stalled.
God tried that a number of years ago too.
It all comes back to the Asian, the 5-hole in this Asian. He's got a whole cockamamie theory about the Asians planting listening devices and smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors.
Yeah. Have them go off in the middle of the night.
It's possible.
I totally believe that.
Oh, yeah.
I would totally believe that.
So like,
yeah,
fucking Asians.
Oh, we're gonna get them back for here.
We'll get you, Round Eye. So. Like, to go back to what you were saying about the shows and stop listening about, I can understand, like, when I got older, like, jumping in the pit and getting concussions and getting all fucked up, that didn't appeal to me anymore. But I still would have to go to the shows, and I just would stand in the back, like, you know, like a bump on the log, but I would still go. Like you said, it's one thing if you liked something when you were younger, and you're like, oh, why did I like that? But something you love, how could you just decide... Oh, that was my favorite, but I don't like it anymore.
I don't.
I mean, you might get a new favorite, but how do you abandon that?
It's weird too, and I'm guilty of part of this myself of not stopping listening to bands, but stopping getting their new stuff because whatever, I like the classic records or whatever the excuse was. But when I'm guilty of it with Flotsam, 2 bands that I played in, with Flotsam and with Overkill. There's a period of time where I don't own records that were in the middle of the catalog. I mean, the Overkill guys know this, the Flotsam guys did too. Because I was making a career with my own band. I was in Shadows Fall. I wasn't concerned with, I mean, if I got a new record, okay, I listened to it, but I didn't want to get too into that because I'm concentrating on writing my own music and I didn't want to be influenced by something else and bringing something to the table and someone goes, that sounds like an Overkill song. Shit, it's because I've been listening to that record. You know, so you kind of, like, there's, you know, a few records in their history that I had to go back and get later on. But, you know, it's just, as I said, you know, people's ideas change, they're you know, they get sidetracked. And
so did you, when you had to go back and get some of these middle of the career Overkill albums, did you actually go buy them on like iTunes, or did you hit Bobby or one of the guys up and say, hey, I need these albums to learn the songs?
To be quite honest with you, there was only 3 records. 3? Yeah. There was only 3 records I didn't have, and because they were the latest ones. Okay. Which is weird, because they were the ones that really started helping Overkill build their career again. The ones I didn't have were the Electric Age, White Devil Armory, and Ironbound. And then when I got into the band, On the Grinding Wheel, people still think that I was on the Grinding Wheel. I'm like, no, it's still Ron on the record, but I just joined when that album came out. So it's, you know, that was kind of like my first record because I did the whole tour cycle for it. Yeah. But, you know, those 3, I just never heard because I was immersed in Shadowland, you know, for all those years. I think the last one that I had bought was Relics or Kill Box 13, whichever one was first or last. So.
And that's where I see. I kind
of. But it was when I joined the band too. So Bobby was just like, "Oh, we got a package on the way." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Do your homework.
When you come into a band and you're learning their beats or whatnot, Do you listen to it and go, I would do this differently while you're learning, or are you just eye on the prize?
It's a different answer for two separate situations. For the old songs that I already grew up playing, through my youth, they pretty much get played the way I learned them, which is on the album. Played note for. Anytime I join a band, for the most part, the bottom line is for me to pay respect to all the drummers who came before me and play their parts correctly, and maybe add a little bit of my own spice here and there where I feel this could be livened up, or I would do this differently here, or whatever. So for the older songs, it's usually I stick to it just like it is. I might put a different fill in here. I might put a little double bass in here or something. Like, for example, Flotsam, when we played Hammerhead, I put a double bass in part of the intro that wasn't there before. Did a little bit more in Dreams of Death that wasn't there. With Overkill, I do some different stuff in Elimination. But it's not like crazy things that take away from the song. It's just like my own. These are things that when I was a kid, even, and this happened in Anthrax. There was one. Oh Christ! What the hell? I think it was something in I Am the Law, and I always did like this thing. Like when I was playing it as a kid, this like cool beat or something I thought should have been in there. And when I started playing the tune live with the band, I'm like, I'm doing my little thing. And I think even Scott even asked me about it one day. I was just like, I don't know, for some reason, when I was a kid, I used to put this little thing in there, and I just figured I'd do it live, and if no one turned around at me and said, don't do that, then it was okay. So that's pretty much the way I do that. But as far as, like, learning new songs, like if I had to go, and going to listen to stuff off those records I mentioned, White Devil Armory, Electric Age, and Ironbound, since I didn't know those songs, I would just, I'd listen to them, I'd chart them out, and then I would just pretty much play them the way Ron played them until I started becoming more comfortable with the songs and maybe changing up some fills here and there, or maybe doing a little this or doing that. But Ron was a great drummer, so like his parts were really, really solid and really, and really great drum parts, so that really I felt not really much of a need to have to embellish on anything. And not that I ever feel like I need to have to go, I have to do more, but if there's something that I feel that is my style, I'll try to do it. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes Dee Dee's like, that thing that you're doing in that song, don't do that. Okay. But for the most part, it's pretty easy to assimilate in. If you're coming into an established band, you can't just walk in there like, all right, my shit doesn't stink, and I'm going to do whatever the hell I want, and if you don't like it, tough shit. No, that's how you don't keep your job.
Well, some guys, when they join a band, they start playing everything different, and the diehard fans notice it. Like, because there's certain parts of a song you have no choice. Like, there's a certain fill or a certain double bass run that if you don't do, the fans are gonna be like, "Oh, fucking Bittner didn't play that shit. Fuck him."
Can you imagine hearing Angel of Death and not hearing at the end? Right. What the fuck? Right. Which that actually did happen in 1986 when I saw the band play, because they had that. It was when Dave left for that brief period in Rain and Blood before he came back for South of Heaven, and that guy they had filling in, I think it was the guy from TJ whatever, Scaglione or whatever the hell he was, from Whiplash or whatever. I saw them with Wasp and Raven, and like I was waiting for Angel of Death. I'm like, this is the tune. And they got to and they went into necrophiliac or necrophobic or whatever. I'm like, whoa, where's the part?
Right.
Where's the part? So yeah, and there is that. And I know that with this camp because the Overkill fans are fucking ruthless. They're diehards. They know the fucking songs, and that's exactly it. And I will get called out if I don't play the parts correctly. But knock on wood, there's been none of that. It's just been nothing but love from the fans, especially the Skull Crushers, which are our fan club over in Europe. They're all like, you've brought so much to the band. It's great. You add little things in there here and there. It's fucking awesome. I'm like, all right, cool. So it seems to be a thing that's working for the band and for the fans. So,
well, not to fucking suck your dick in front of everybody or anything, but
Michael already did that.
Right. You are the best. Fucking,
I was hungry.
You're the best. You're the best drummer of today, hands down, man.
I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But you're pretty legit. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, I want to hear your rendition of Boats and Hoes, man. That's what I want to hear.
What's that?
Step Brothers. You ever see that movie?
Boats and
Hoes.
Boats and Hoes. Yeah, I want to see you tear it up in the
down
fucking
in the
Catalina
fucking wine mixer. But yeah, it's
We're
crazy.
more of a Talladega Nights camp because basically my tech and I wear shake and bake. That is.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Did you figure out which one's shake and which one's?
No, we still don't know. I'm just gonna say that I'm shake because I'm the drummer and he's the tech. We'll just call him Bake. and he's usually more baked than I am.
Right.
Do you ever get do you ever have some serious fucking gas and you just can't wait for him to tear your drum set down because you left him a fucking cloud on your stool?
It's
absolutely thrown.
It's absolutely hysterical that you mentioned that because last night whatever I ate did not agree with me. I was just killing myself all day. Anytime, oh my God, that's horrendous when you can't even stand your own smell, you know? So we're literally, the intro's playing last night. And I go to climb up on the rise and all of a sudden, and I just grabbed him. I said, don't go there, it's gonna smell so, and he's like, ah! He took my fan, he's like trying to move the fan to blow it out of the way. I'm like, this is gonna sit like a fucking fog for at least the first song. You're not gonna blow it away.
It's like the boomerang. It goes around to everybody in the band and says hi.
God, I wish it did. Well, you know what? The worst... okay, we're going to talk about this because this is funny. The absolute worst fart I've ever smelled in my entire fucking life occurred last month in Europe. We had a number of... Now, the European buses are set up where everything's downstairs and then you go upstairs to the bunk area. It's a double-decker kind of thing. It's not like one level like this. So we had a lot of overdrive. We had a lot of long drives on that tour, so we had 2 drivers in the bus. Normally, in a European bus, the driver's bunk is in the front area by his seat. He's not in the bus with the rest of the band, and it's his own kind of compartment. Well, since we had 2, one of these guys was up in one of the bunks. This guy was, all right, let's say he wasn't svelte, let's say.
He wasn't slim like Dom.
He wasn't slim like Dom, exactly. So I go upstairs. It was one night after the show was over, and I'm going upstairs to put my stage clothes away and shit. And Dee Dee's wife was out with us, and she had just gone to bed. So she's in her bunk, and her bunk is across from... Mine was the top one, and she's in the lower one across the walkway. So I put my dirty stage clothes in front of the bus where we hang everything. I shut my bunk curtain, and now meanwhile, at the door in the bottom bunk is the other driver, and he's sleeping. He fucking let one out, dude. I literally closed my bunk curtain. I took 3 steps, and my mouth was open. Where I'm like, ah! And it went down my throat. I almost puked in the middle of the bunk area, and then I went down the stairs, and it was like the movie The Fog. It just came. It came, and it turned the corner, and it came right downstairs. Now everybody starts coming into the bus, and it's coming down right where the door is, and you see everybody coming in and going, oh, what the hell is, oh my God. And I'm like, fat ass upstairs, driver, one by one, my tech animal goes grabs the air freshener he had in his bag. We're spraying the whole front hallway, we're spraying everywhere else, and we're warning people as they're coming. We got to the point, we have a female tour manager over there. She wouldn't even come in the bus. And I just kept sitting there, and I'm going, oh my God, how is Lisa up there still in her bunk with that scent up there? And the only thing I could think is it went that way down the stairs, and it didn't go towards where she was in the bunk. Because I'm like, I know if I was sleeping in my bunk, I would have escaped and ran off the bus. It was by far the worst fart I've ever smelled in my fucking life.
That's pretty bad.
Yep.
For a second, I thought you were going to say it was Dee Dee's wife when you brought her into the story. I mean, seriously, I was like...
Only you.
Of course. I mean, oh, man, that is the worst when you walk into one.
Probably would have made the story funnier, but
Right.
it was definitely not her.
You ever been playing during a gig, man, and fucking let a truss fart go, and you let it go a little too far and had to fucking
There's
pull
been
it back
there's
in?
been quite a few times where I was like, oh, was that a shark? Unfortunately, it's never happened.
Gig shit.
You're not sure because it feels warm and moist, but you're also up there sweating your ass off. So you're like,
I actually almost thought last night that it was a shark. Like when I just told you about, I was like, oh shit, I just shit myself before I got on stage. Man, this is gonna be a long 90 minutes, man.
The best one was when fucking Eric Wagner, fucking Doompa, fucking was telling his story about the gig shits, and he said he got it so bad they were playing in Chicago. They had trouble hadn't played in Chicago for so long. He's like, and everybody was there. It was packed. All their friends were there, and he got it so bad he had to go shit in a fucking box on the side of the stage and fucking start singing while he was taking
like
it.
during a guitar solo, and it came back. And oh, and he ain't small. He ain't skinny anymore. So that poor box had to be full. Fucking Doompa. Oh man.
So you want to touch on the new record?
Oh, we're actually going to talk about music? In
Yeah.
this thing?
I was just about to say.
We started off. And
It'll be
Mike
full
got on a
circle
scat
before you know
rant.
it.
The new album?
Yeah.
It's great, isn't it?
It's fun.
I love it. From what I've heard.
Where can we get it? Tell everybody where to buy it and like your website, buy some merchandise, check out tour dates and all that shit. Where's that?
www.wreckingcrew.com. You can find all the tour dates, gear, shirts, merch, all that shit.
You could even set up
through JSR Direct too. I think that's the company that we use.
Yeah.
You could even set up a
can buy
drum
all that
lesson
stuff at the merch table
with
tonight.
Jason.
Tonight.
Well, for all the people that aren't here.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know,
what
we
about
got a
the
worldwide
hockey?
footprint.
Yeah. What about the hockey merch, man? With the Overkill hockey
Puck
merch.
stuff, yeah.
How did that come about?
Blitz and Dee Dee worked that out like a couple years ago because we met those guys for the first time in Detroit 2 years ago when we came through on the Metal Alliance tour. Metal Allegiance tour? Metal Alliance, whatever the hell the name was. I always confuse the name of the tour with the band. Metal Alliance. And they were just doing that stuff. It looks cool. I just saw all the new stuff they just put up too. I was like, hey, somebody needs some new stage gear.
Yeah.
Coming to Detroit.
So
mediums and large, please.
Are you guys big hockey fans, or you just wanted the gear?
Blitz is a huge hockey fan. I used to be a hockey fan too when I was a kid. I mean, I still watch it periodically, but I don't follow it. Blitz is a diehard. He goes to the Devils games all the time and everything.
Well, I saw Devils and Ranger jersey kind of logo, so I was wondering which team you guys followed more.
I think they're Devils guys.
Okay. You always got to be down with the devil.
But the new record, I can't say enough about it. I'm pretty happy with what we came up with. I mean, it was I was a little skeptical on how it was all going to go about once we started writing, because obviously, first record in with a new band, everything's going to be different. It's not like, where you came from or what you were used to with a different band. Everybody works differently. But it really was fairly painless. I mean, all it really was Dee Dee sent me and Dave demos, and I would start coming up with drum parts based on, just the tippy-tappy drum machine stuff he would tap out. Here's an idea, here's the idea of the feel of what we're thinking, what I'm thinking, and go for it. And it just, everything that I kept coming up with and sending over was just getting replies. Sounds great, keep it coming, keep it coming. Sounds great, keep it coming. It was never any, no, that's too much there, or no, don't do that there. But it was just, it was very organic and very easy, I thought.
How did you manage the responsibility of keeping your sound? Because like we said before, you're a bad motherfucker on the drums, man. But also sounding like Overkill, man. And I know you didn't go in there and dumb it down, but it sounds like you, but it still sounds like Overkill.
There's a couple factors for that. The first one is I know from being a fan how their music's gonna sound and where the drums lie in that. There's always the moments, and like Dee Dee tells me all the time, he's like, I don't care what happens on the transitions, but you gotta just be cognizant of what happens when Blitz is singing. Don't be doing stuff that's gonna take away from whatever. Let's just so we concentrate on the vocal, which is what I would do in any band. because you don't want to be playing over the singer when he's trying to sing a chorus and you're fucking, look at me, I can play fucking double bass, I can play odd time, who fucking cares? The job of a drummer is to fucking keep the time. That's my job. Is to keep everybody in line and to keep the troops in a row and keep the ship moving forward. When there's a time and place for things, then you put it in. So once we did a week of pre-production too, after we had already did the, trading tapes, demos kind of stuff. Dave came up for a week out of Florida. I went down from New York to Jersey, and we spent a week at Dee Dee's just doing pre-production. And just, we take 2 songs a day, pick them apart, try different tempos, try different feels, and then, we would concentrate on those 2 songs and get them solid every day. 2 songs one day, 2 songs the next day. By the end of the week, we had the 10 songs for the record demoed, and then we had some other touring to do last summer or last spring, so we were able to sit on the demos for like a month and really listen to what we did before we went in to start tracking the drums to make sure this is exactly what we wanted. So by the time we got in, I don't really think we made any changes at all. And for the most part, everything that I played on the record is what I was playing on the demos, except for Where Few Dare to Walk.
Because other than the drums, it's a great album, for real.
It's got a new sound to it.
I am just kidding.
Other than
you mean
drums.
Because of the drums? That's what you meant to say. But the other aspect to that too is because Zeus produced it and Zeus mixed it, or not produced it. Zeus mixed it,
right on.
And Zeus did all of my records with Shadows Fall except for one. So he knows how I want the drums to sound. So that's a big part of my playing style is the sound as well. So having my longtime engineer at the helm doing all the mixing, that put me at ease. The moment that Dee Dee said, "Yeah, I think we're gonna go with Zeus for this record," I was like, I knew that everything would be fine.
Because all kidding aside, like Jeff said, you are an amazing, incredible musician, a phenomenal drummer, and we've all been fans of Overkill since. I mean, for me, I came in like the late '80s. These guys probably a little younger, but
I saw him for the first time in '86,
and like your precision and you're so concise and so precision. It's like a machine, but it like he said, it definitely sounds like Overkill, but it also sounds like Jason Bittner.
It gives more credibility to it.
Yeah,
when you hear it.
And
I mean, that's literally the biggest thing that I've always prided myself on is my consistency. I may not be the fastest guy out there. I may not be the most complex guy out there, but night after night, you know what you're going to get. It's going to be like a drum machine or as close as possible to that. And that's one of the things that I took from being a huge Rush fan and having Neil Peart be my favorite drummer. That's where I got that from. It's like I want that consistency every single night. I want it to sound like the record. I don't want, within parameters. I don't want it to be like, oh, well, one night he's playing everything 20 BPMs too fast. Oh, then the next night he's playing it too slow. Fuck that. That's why every single night the metronome is right next to me. I have all the whole sets right in an app, and every single night on the songs that I count off, all right, good to go. I'm not playing to the click during the song, but I use it for an intro just to give me the right tempo, so we're on the same page every single night.
Being a fan of the band before you joined, did you notice this definitely has a new feel to it for an Overkill record, but it has an old school feel to it as well?
Yep.
I hear a lot of horoscope in that record.
Yes.
Especially like in distortion,
yeah.
For example. Was that something that just kind of came out?
I think there was a few factors with it. I think, number one, I know I influenced Dee Dee's writing a little bit. And I'm not saying that patting myself on the back. I'm saying that because he told me that. Well, that's the benefit of us having a year of touring under our belt before we got in a room to make music together, which I think that was a really good thing, because in that amount of time, because he even told me, he goes, I've become more familiar with your style. I know what you can do. I know the things you do. I know these, so it opens my mind if I go, oh, I wonder if my drummer can do this. I know you can do this, so I'll put this in. He said to me when he was doing the demos, he goes, there's going to be a lot of room for drums on this record. I'm like, sweet. That's what I want to hear. Not to make it a drum clinic album, but enough to, your first album with someone, you kind of want to state
Have
your
your
case. Yeah, you know, without it being like
your thumbprint to it.
Right, exactly. But then he said too, he's like, you know, I have a really good feeling about this record. He goes, it just feels to me like this is the same kind of feeling I had when we did Horoscope and when we did From the Underground Below. I'm like, well, that's great because those are two of my favorite records.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a good mix of the new and old.
What's your favorite track on the new one that you hadn't put in?
Last Man Standing is a great one. There's a lot of them that I really like. I like Distortion a lot because I just like that song. The whole band really likes that song. Oh fuck! We forgot to figure out what the fuck one we're doing tonight. God damn it! All right. Believe in the Fight is another great one, and I like On the Roadkill. That song. I love the drums in that, and I think because that's a drum heavy song. And that's why I like that one a lot.
Last Man Standing is like your Bostoff moment, you know, like on Divine Intervention when that first track kicks off with the new drummer. I think that's like your moment on the Wings of War, and it's fucking badass. You know, right out, this is going to kick me right in the face when this thing gets going.
Yep. That's the first one I tracked too. You know, we got to the studio, and the first day we weren't even sure. So that was the thing too. It's like, you know, because I always get nervous when I make a record, and I was all wound up before, you know, we made this record, and my wife was like, you know, just relax. She goes, I don't think these guys even realize what you're capable of in the studio.
Right.
And I'm like, they don't, because we haven't got there yet. You know, we haven't been in that environment yet. So the first day we just went and got drum tones and stuff, and we weren't even sure if we were going to do any tracking that day. It was just like, let's get in, let's get tones, let's make sure everything is perfect, and then if we have to start the next day, we start the next day. Well, we loaded in the studio at 10. By 4 o'clock, we were done getting tones. What do you want to do? Fuck it. Let's start tracking. Let's take a dinner break, and then let's come back and start hitting it. All right. Come back. Take a dinner break. Come back. I warm up for like 20 minutes. DD's like, all right, what do you want to start with? I go, start with the opener. He goes, you want to start with the fucking opener? I go, yeah. Are you crazy? No. You don't know me yet in the studio. The hard ones are the ones I do first. Get it out of the fucking way. You know, I want to take the challenge. Like, put me at the top of the mountain. I'm going to fucking go right there. And The Last Man Standing was the first song I did. 3 takes, done.
Oh, amazing.
So I ended up doing 2 songs that first day when we didn't even think we were going to do anything. So I tracked the whole record in 3.5 days, and then we took another half day to mix. So we had 5 days in the studio, and I used 4. But I even told him, I said, because I said, well, what's the pace that you guys usually do? He's like, we usually do maybe 3 songs a day. I go, I can do more, dude. He's like, well, we don't have to, though. We have a week for drums. I'm like, I don't need a week for drums. And it wasn't, once again, it's not a pat me and myself in the back. I don't need a fucking week for drums. I'm just telling him, like, I don't need a week. I did the Art of Balance, Shadows Fall record in 2 fucking days.
Right.
I did 7 songs in one day and 3 the next. It was done in 2 goddamn days. War Within, 3 days. The only Shadows Fall record that ever went past 3 days was Threads of Life. And that's because the big budget, we were out doing that in Dave Grohl's studio, and Nick Raskalanis was producing. He was like, no, we're going to do 2 or 3 songs a day. I'm like, why do you guys want to do this slow bullshit stuff? You know, like, I get it if you got a drummer that fucking can't play, and you can only get 2 songs done a day, but it's like, all right, I'm willing to do more if you want to. To me, it just seems like a waste of money.
Exactly.
You know, you got to pay for the studio, but yeah, that's how that came about.
Excellent. Yeah, see what happens. You go in prepared, and sometimes bands and producers, mixers aren't used to that. And like you said, you're not patting yourself on the back.
Yeah, but you know now what's going to happen now? Probably the next record, DD's all right, you got 2 days to do the drums. Like, oh, God damn it.
Well,
you, Mr. Big, I could do 3 songs in one day, more than that.
Well, I think it's also a combination of you being prepared and your immense talent. All kidding aside.
Yes. I mean, I've been doing this for so long, I really hope that I can be able to expedite the process and not just be sitting there, you know, clanking away. It's like, oh shit, I can't get this fill, or I can't do this, you know. There's always something on every record that's gonna stick me for whatever. Like, there's always that one song that's like, I don't have something for this, or whatever, this might take a little bit more time. Like I said, Where Few Dare to Walk, that was the song that we took a little bit with the actual drum tracking, because it was just something that, even in pre-production, like that whole Tom thing, dun 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 dun. That song to me reminded me of like a Metallica Black Era kind of feel, like a Sad But True kind of thing. So I was kind of like sort of trying to tap into my inner Lars for that one. And I know people will be like, I know people will talk shit, but I'll never talk shit about Lars Ulrich. Look, the guy's not the most talented drummer at this point in the game with people, but he was the guy that started it for everybody. The first fast double bass song I ever learned to play was Fight Fire with Fire, because Metallica, I heard them before I heard Anthrax and I heard Slayer. But then after I heard Dave and Charlie, I was like, bye, Lars.
And speaking of Charlie,
the best kick in the business.
The guy just every album and tour somehow he blows your mind even
Charlie?
more than the last time. Yeah,
he's a son of a bitch. He doesn't even practice either, which kills me.
And he's just every time
Plays
it's
guitar,
like
that's all he does. I play guitar, I play drums. I start playing drums like a week before the tour. I hate you.
And like you said, all the people that bash Lars. If it wasn't for Lars, a lot of us would have started playing, trying to emulate later, and before we made it our own and stuff. And
And not only that, I'm going to tell you one thing too. I've been saying I want to make shirts for the longest fucking time. It says Lars was right, because everybody shit talked about the whole Napster thing, and he was right.
It was just the way he did it.
Killed the music business.
He should have been like, "Hey, I'm looking out for the small guys. We made our money." But he made it sound like it was about him, which of course it was.
Right.
And the band's like, but he, it's like, you're right. You're stealing. But
20 years later, he was right.
He was absolutely right. And you know what? We're all guilty of sharing stuff with each other, too.
It's not like it used to be, though. When we were doing it, we were making tapes and fucking going, check this out.
Yeah.
And we were trading and getting shit back.
Right, but you would
bought
always
it, too.
go buy it. That's
I
the
needed
thing.
to have something in my hand.
That's the thing. We would always go buy it after you borrowed it off someone. And when we were all kids, too, if 4 records came out the first week, you couldn't afford to buy them all. So one of your friends bought one, I'll buy this one, you buy that one, we'll trade, and then for Christmas I can get those other 2 tapes.
Right.
But I can at least be listening to it for the next 3 months.
Yep. Exactly. I think he gets a bad rep, too, because he kind of promotes the fact that he doesn't really practice, and he's into other things, which is cool, but I think a lot of the flack he catches, he gets from him.
And plus,
he does
some of it is also the tone of his voice and the way he talks. Because he's
Danish?
Well, I mean, he sounds a little different. He almost kind of sounds like
King Diamond.
Yeah, but he sounds a little like, even when he's not.
You said Danish. I'm just saying it's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah. He sounds almost a little pompous when he says "I don't practice," but he's just being matter of fact, and people take it the wrong way. It's like, you know what? Like you said, I could say whatever. He's not the same as he was before, but when he was. It's just almost the same thing with, you might agree with this, you might not. Back in the day, before all the metal, it's like John Bonham. But now you hear everybody can almost play like that. You're not going to get it exact. You're not going to have that feel and that soul. But how many drummers
Nobody can play like fucking John
can you
Bonham.
play John Bonham? Most drummers will start out, they'll play John Bonham songs. Whether they're not going to be as good as him, but there's guys that are technicians like you and like Chris Adler and that take and grow. They took from Lars, and Lars took it from the guys who took it from him, and they just keep making it. Yeah, nobody's going to be Bonham. Nobody's going to be Lars. And then in like a couple of decades, nobody's going to be Jason Bittner. Nobody's going to be Chris Adler. Nobody's going to be the guys that are now that...
Yeah, because guys need to grow, and guys need to be their own players. They can't be guys that are replicating. I mean, if this was me 25 years ago, I just wanted to be Dave Lombardo and Charlie Benante. But I don't want to be those guys now. I want to be my own player. I mean, I'm thankful for all the years of influence and everything, and I still get influence from them. But it's like, I don't want to be that guy anymore. I want to be my own drummer. But you mentioned Bonham, and I'm just going to stick up for that because, I've done Bonzo Bash now 3 years, and all of us get up there and we play Led Zeppelin songs. But when I go up there and I play Black Dog, Yeah, I play the song right, but it's not the same way as
Yeah,
John Bonham was to sit down on that kit. The only person there's two people I'm going to say that can replicate that well. Brian Tichy is one of them because the Bonzo Bash is his thing, and he's king at that, and I've known Brian since 88 when we went to Berkeley together. Brian can do it, and his kid can do it.
Yeah.
But even Jason's not...
Jason's more of a technician.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I agree with Brian. He's a guy that a lot of people don't know about. That's an incredible rock drummer.
Yeah, and he's played with numerous fucking famous people.
Yeah, and I wasn't knocking Bonham because he's one of my...
I know you were.
But I was just saying, like, people
think it's simple though. They hear that, they hear Kashmir, and they go, dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's easy. I can play that beat. Not the way he
not
played
the way
it.
you can play it exactly, and it's not the
with
same.
That feel, not with that sound. You know,
with the swing.
It's subtle swing too.
Yes. It's like I love Alex Van Halen. People think Van Halen. It's just simple.
There's a
swing and a style to it,
and a sound.
Yeah, and as soon as you hear that snare, you know it's
Alex
Van Halen.
Van Halen is just like a John Bonham. Once you hear him play, you know it's him. Nico's another one.
Yeah, absolutely.
You hear those drums, you're like, that's Nico McBrain. I can tell that already.
It's just like a guitarist, man. They can be playing the same notes, but if they're not holding the pick a certain way, the same way it's in your wrists and your hands, you're not going to get the same vibe across.
Absolutely. Listen to Derek and Dave on stage. They're playing the same riff, but if I have them both of my ears, they don't sound the same. Tone, different picking style, stuff like that. Both playing the same thing correctly together, but it's still two different guys. You're not going to have anybody who's going to play it the same, and unless you can clone a guy and put him on the other side of the stage.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like now all these kids are playing on YouTube, and they're playing like, and they're fucking playing like amazing. But there's not much feel. They're just like they just learn.
It's all about speed. It's how fast can I go and how quick can I do it.
It's like you can get a recipe for something and make it, and it's not going to be awful, but it's not going to be like a chef or someone who could actually has it in them that they can cook. It's like something's missing, you know. But yeah, it's like it's good to see that kids are actually playing music again instead of just playing like the Rockstar game.
Nintendo fucking Wii or whatever the fuck that thing is they got now. What is that fucking Switch? Yeah.
I only know because I have one of everything in my fucking house.
That's because he tries to entice the kids to come into the
white
van with no sign.
I do. I
says ice cream.
My kids to
That's like the dumb
window red van.
Listen, I'm not
giant white cargo van with no windows.
I'm not getting in the van again until I get the candy.
Piece of furniture.
It has hand painted ice cream.
Are you being one of those big old fat girls?
No. The line is, is she a great big fat person?
She's a big old fat person. Can you help me with that? Are you like a size 14?
You're like a size 14. You better not hurt my fucking dog.
Yeah, I don't get in the van anymore till the candy's already in my hand. Yeah, I learned after like the 5th time, but that's just me because I'm a quick learner.
Good.
So we should probably wrap this up so you can get to your pre-show dump.
I do
shit at 6:30.
I do want to say this before.
Oh yeah, you got to show them that while he's still talking.
Listen, we've busted balls throughout the years about picking up trannies pre-op, post-op, and all this fucking shit. And Mikey T has been involved in this conversation before.
He might have started it.
I believe he did.
I think he did.
But here's the peace offering, so no one can ever give you shit about it anymore. Mikey T bangs the most trannies. Right there. You can even zoom in on the eyes.
Where the fuck did you get this?
He posted that.
Fucking shit.
Oh my god. So we are good.
Oh my god. This is a quick text to all the Shab boys that goes, how the hell do we ever let this homo play in our
I'll send it to you so you don't have to screen.
Send me the real. Yeah, send me that. That's wow.
Hold on, let me find it.
Wow.
That is great. That is fucking. We should have recorded the look on his.
I almost ruined
my God!
I almost ruined the phone. I spit out. I had fucking a sip of water in my mouth that went all over the place.
What was my reply when you sent it?
What a fag!
I said I can't lie.
Training.
I can't lie. There's probably gayer pictures of me are out there.
I don't know, man.
Not with the bass like that, but yeah. Hold on,
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Holy shit.
Let me find that shit.
My cousin texted me. I need your address. I just want to write back to her. Why?
Cricket. Fill the space.
No, I live for awkward silence.
Now I'm returning Mark's text message to me.
Send me that.
Okay, let's close this one up here. So from all of us here at Maximum Threshold Radio and In the Pit Radio, we thank you very much for taking this opportunity.
Don't put that part in there, though.
Oh, I'll clip it. I got that. Too late.
He's
gonna tell you he'll do it.
He won't. He doesn't fucking edit a goddamn thing.
It's really that big of a deal.
He doesn't. We had. What the fuck did we have on that one night when he said, "I don't want to give the promo IDs on the air," and he's fucking kicking me under the table. I go, "You're good, dude. We're off the air," and he fucking goes on, and then everybody in the band's blowing up the phone, going, "This is hilarious. Keep it fucking going." And fucking Captain Dumb Dick does no editing.
Well, it was live. You know, it's not live.
That's the only response I have to this too. Is that he's so queer. That is. Yeah.
But buy it from the website.
Buy
If
it
you
from
can't
the
come
band.
to see him, because then they'll make more than like the 12 cents that iTunes gives them. And then
just buy it. Period. As long as you buy it, that's what matters.
Yes. And you will not be disappointed with Jason's debut in Overkill.
No way.
Thank you.
Because we bust balls because we go way back with Bittner, but he truly is a great musician and one of a kind in the music business.
Thank you.
And we
I don't even know what to say to him right now.
I don't even know what to say.
And we go half and half on trannies.
Half and half.
He takes the bottom half. I take the falsies.
He's getting excited. Smasher's getting excited.
He's like, Tom's like, I want the bottom half.
I was picturing it.
He was. Now, you know, Jason was my first interview ever, and I didn't know what to say.
I was his first.
I was asking him about trannies.
He popped your cherry.
He did. I was asking about trannies and what the pooping on the tour bus etiquette is. And, you know.
You don't.
Yeah, I asked him, who was the first, who would be the band and most likely to bang a tranny? And in this room, I would have to go with Dom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dom wouldn't even deny
I'm
it.
not picky.
You gotta go with Dom.
I give
You gotta go with Dom.
A hole is a hole. Every answer is Dom.
I think you told us that you had to take a dump in a bag and threw it out the window.
Hot box it out.
Yeah.
No, that I didn't do that.
And
That is a thing. That's Schmear from Destruction calls that the bag of shame.
Who's the one who threw it out their window?
Don't ever have to make a bag of shame.
Yeah,
I've heard about that one.
I thought you had to.
No,
somebody
my
rinse the bus behind you guys or the truck behind.
I don't
you.
know. That wasn't with me. My story with the shitting was out of 20 years of being in a tour bus, I had to hot bag it one fucking time, and I was 2 fucking miles from my house.
You're right, almost.
Fucking kidding me? I'm like a half a mile away from my house. I'm like, I'm gonna shit my fucking pants right now. Fucking went in the bathroom, put the bag in there, did my business, fucking walked off the bus and threw it right into my garbage can.
No, I've heard variations where you use like an empty 12 pack with bags in it too if you can't go in the bathroom. So there's a
Someone was just. Mikey just writes back, ha 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 ha.
He's gonna know who you're talking to right off.
No, I already told him who I was talking to. Just get all in there. Squeeze in there, Jeff.
And like I said, I told him, I said, dude, I'm sure there's more damaging pictures of me out there.
After you called him a fag.
Ed writes, then there's that. John writes back, ha ha ha. Matt writes, yikes.
And meanwhile, he's home with his wife and kids, and there's 5 of us sweating in the back of the bus.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Right. Yeah. His feet are up. He's watching TV. What you assholes doing?
Exactly.
Sitting with a winter hat on in the fucking 75-degree bus like an asshole.
just listened to Maximum Threshold Radio Show. Airs live every Saturday night, 8 p.m. until whenever the fuck they shut up. So tune in.
It is pointless to resist.